Hey everybody, and welcome back to our Detroit Lions preview show here at MLive. I am Kyle Meinke.
I'm Nate Atkins.
All right, Nate, Lions 2-0 for the first time since 2011, but they got a significant test this week against the Atlanta Falcons. First down for this matchup, Matt Ryan, one of the best quarterbacks in the game. He's not 37-year-old Carson Palmer. He's definitely not Eli Manning back there getting his face blown in by the Lions defensive line last week. You have to love that effort, the 5 sacks, Ziggy blowing up. This thing is heading in the right direction, but if they don't get pressure on Matt Ryan, he's going to sit back and he's going to pick that secondary apart.
Yeah, he's not only the reigning MVP, he's a guy who's got some subtle movements in the pocket like Matthew Stafford, and he trusts his tackles. Jake Matthews and Ryan Schrader are very good, a lot better than Eric Flowers with Ziggy Ansah, blew up last week. So they're going to have to get some interior pressure, and they're going to have to get it from their defensive tackles because you can't afford to blitz Matt Ryan. He understands his offense too well. He's got too many targets. Detroit can win in the secondary, but they've got to get some pressure up front.
All right, second down. We've got a Twitter question, Nate, so let's consult the Twitter machine here. This comes from Relentless. What's best case, worst case scenario for Jarrad Davis? What changes with Tahir Whitehead at the mic and Jalen Reeves-Maybin getting thrown into a starting role? That's a great question. I think it's the prevailing question when you're talking about facing Matt Ryan. Jarrad Davis, there's a reason he's playing every snap for the Lions. That's really rare for a middle linebacker. Lions haven't done that with a rookie since 1988. But he's a good player. We've seen that. He led the Lions in tackles in week 1. Had the sack there, the suplex of Eli Manning in week 2. He's a difference maker, particularly in the run game. And I think the Lions do lose something with swapping him out and having Jalen Reeves-Maybin come into the game playing on the weak side.
Yeah, this is the risk the Lions took by going with special teamers as their backup linebackers, is that I think they'll be okay in pass coverage because they've struggled to cover tight ends, Jarrad Davis included. Jalen Reeves-Maybin's athletic enough to get out there, but it's still going to be tough. It's tackling a guy like Devonta Freeman, who is not a huge, powerful back, but when he gets rolling downhill at the low center of gravity, it's going to be tough. And believe me, the Falcons will go after that, so they've got to be able to contain him and step up at the point of attack.
All right, third down. Nate, the Lions are coming off a very interesting game offensively. Matthew Stafford not having his best game. He wasn't bad. He had the 2 touchdowns, no picks, but he also only attempted 21 passes. And if you look at the stats, he only attempted 4 passes in the entire second half. None of them completed for longer than 5 yards.
They are going to have to open it up, spread it out more, go down the field. I think this Atlanta secondary is a little more exploitable than New York's as well. Playing in a dome helps. So look for him to go down the field to Kenny Golladay, get down the field to Marvin Jones a little bit, and just become more of a pass-first offense than the run-first offense they had this past week.
Okay, fourth down, our favorite time, prediction time. Nate, what do you got this week?
Oh, this one's tough. I love how the Lions play at home, and I love how this offense and defense are playing, but I'm going to go with the Falcons coming in here and getting this done. The way I look at this, these are 2 similarly built teams. They've got really good quarterbacks, franchise quarterbacks behind lines that they trust. Defense is getting more athletic. Atlanta's further ahead in all of those categories by just a little bit. I think Matt Ryan comes in here and puts a little too much pressure on this Lions offense, and they come out with a win. I'll go 31-28.
Playing it safe, Nate? Playing it safe?
Guess so.
Give me the Lions. Give me the Lions. I like them 28-27 in this game. I know I'm going out on a limb here. I think all things being equal, the Falcons are probably the better team. Matt Ryan's probably the better quarterback. But things aren't equal in this game. The Lions are a different team at home under Jim Caldwell. Matt Stafford's going to bring his A game. I really think the Lions have a chance to pull this out. That's what we got for today. As always, we want to hear from you guys for next week's show as we preview the Lions NFC North opener against the Vikings. Our lovely production department will put our Twitter handles right here. Hit us up. That's what we got. I'm Kyle.
I'm Nate.
We're MLive. Keep it right here.